Welcome back to Astrology, Angels, and More. I'm your host, Mary Silvernail, and we have a wonderful show for you this evening. A great guest that has appeared on our show before, and a very special friend to me. We're going to be discussing some wonderful phenomena, the heavenly signs. And this is what she does. She catches those heavenly signs and puts them into and finds them in photographs. She's an artist with this. You're going to love the show. We're going to be talking a lot about the heavenly signs tonight. But first of all, let me talk about the heavenly sign of Aries. Today is April the 8th, 2026. And happy birthday to all you Aries. Now, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, with Mars as its ruling planet. The color red is associated with the sign of Aries. Aries is independent, impulsive, pioneering, self-reliant, and direct. Very, very, very strong sign. They're natural born leaders. Whether they are an Aries rising or Aries sun sign, that applies. They make great entrepreneurs or chief executive officers. Diamonds and pyrite are Aries' best gems. Now, we just had passed a week ago the Libra full moon, which was on April the 1st. And that brought about some sudden awareness to where we need more balance in our lives, especially regarding any relationships. So if you had noticed that, you're still feeling the effects of that. Now, a week from today, the planet Mercury will be entering Aries. Your thinking will be very sharp, and this applies to all the signs of the zodiac. Speak directly, but be aware of the impact that your words will have. On April the 16th, the sun will be conjunct Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. A buried wound can become visible. The healing now begins through awareness. On April 17th, we will have the Aries new moon, which is especially significant for the sun sign and rising sign of Aries. This brings the fresh start we've been longing for to act confidently with a new aura of strength to show the world all we have to contribute. This goes for all of us, though. This new moon occurs when all the major planets are direct, which we've been dealing with so many retrograde planets of late. However, at the time of the new moon, all the outer planets, all the major planets, they're going to be direct, suggesting few obstacles to hold us back from getting what we desire. Now, on April 20th, the sun will be entering the sign of Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus. It's your time to shine. Taurus season slows the pace a bit, shifting focus to stability and sustainability. Whereas we've been dealing with all this Aries energy of late. There was that whole parade of planets that lined up a few weeks ago, especially in the sign of Aries and Pisces. But once the sun enters the sign of Taurus, you're going to feel things calm down. Now, also on April 20th, the planet Mercury will conjunct the planet Mars. Hey, this is a time where you need to think before you speak. Do not react with sharp words. Watch what you say. Think about what you say first before you say it at that time. Then on April the 25th, the planet Uranus enters the sign of Gemini. This is a big deal because it's going to be there until August the 3rd, 2032. Yes, you heard me right. August the 3rd, 2032. So this will be a time between now and 2032 where new ideas will be stirring up, a new kind of learning, a new kind of communications. There will be long-term revolutionary effects on transportation and communication systems. Welcoming to the new age. Now, to quote Julia Cameron, our creative dreams and yearnings come from a divine source. As we move toward our dreams, we move toward divinity. Now, our show is aired in Staten Island and also in the Bronx now. And Brian and I are very, very proud of that. So you can also view all the shows that we've been doing. It's going on 6 years now on YouTube. Just go to Astrology, Angels, and more. And you'll find all the previous shows plus this show on YouTube. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our wonderful guest tonight, Valerie Hecht. Hi, Valerie. Welcome.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. I'm so glad you could join us again.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You brought some interesting things tonight to talk about.
I did.
Right, about all those heavenly signs, right?
Yes, and there are many.
So, Valerie, tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe some people hadn't seen you before
Okay.
on the show.
I have been on the show a few times, thank you. But I'm a Holy Fire 3 Reiki Master, and I finished my Reiki Mastership with you.
Thank
and
you. Yes.
I am a holistic life coach. I was certified by Edgar Casey's ARE in Virginia Beach, and I'm a quantum photographer.
Yes.
And that's really what I'm focusing on is the photography and all the signs from the heavens.
Yes. Yes. And you get a lot of them.
I do.
You sure do.
I know that they're going to be there. I feel it energetically. I literally feel a pull that there is something for me to see. And I know it's going to be there, so I will grab my camera and say, okay, what do you got for me now?
And you just go outside and there it is, and you start shooting?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's
There's
cool.
usually something that pulls my attention. Either I'm looking outside or I know, I can feel it. You know, they want me to come outside and see something. And I do, and I take the pictures, and then I bring them to you.
Oh, yes, you do, to share on the show with the audience. So, Valerie, tell us, what kind of signs from the heavens have you been getting lately?
Well, I see a lot of angels. I have been lucky enough to be blessed to feel the Holy Spirit of Jesus. And so, like I say, when I feel that pull and I go and look, I have photographed many signs from Jesus. And through the years, the strength of his image in each picture that I take, it's getting stronger and stronger and more clear.
Yeah, but it comes in from the photographs you were showing me before. I mean, it comes in unusual places.
Yeah.
It's really outstanding. And you brought some pictures here tonight to share?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of the images that I capture are usually in clouds or any type of water medium, because water, we know from cymatics, and I'm happy to know that they teach this in school now, how our energy affects the water molecules, and they hold the information and will actually form in the shape of the energy that is there.
Well, we are mostly water,
Yes.
our bodies. Oh, look, Brian put us some beautiful, beautiful shots. Can you explain to us a little
This
bit about
one
this?
was the shamanic sunset that I brought on your first show. And we couldn't do our first show together. We had a little issue because God wanted me to bring that image, that the whole sunset appeared on the day that I was supposed to be on your show.
Get out of here.
And if I would have
Wow.
been on your show, I would not have been there to capture it.
Look at the synchronicity.
Yes.
Wow.
Everything. I mean, they closed the studio for a couple of days. Everything had to change.
Oh, that's
And
right.
because it didn't come off, I was walking around outside of my apartment saying, I don't understand why that didn't happen. And I was there ready to go with my brand new cell phone with the panoramic feature, and this sunset just started to set up. And there was a whole comprehensive message in that,
Well,
and it was
Wow.
amazing.
so tell us the message.
Okay. Well, there's another picture where I zoomed in and I could see an image of a Native American in full ceremonial dress doing the fire dance to call reptiles out of the rocks.
Wow.
Because there are, negative forces on the earth that have to be exposed to be transmuted. So when the
true.
negative comes to the surface with either the dancing, the ceremonial dancing, the drumming, so the reptile comes up, and when he pops his little head up to see what's going on, and this is all, theoretical, or the image, spirit is there. See that middle image right there in the middle, that top little dark blob there is actually eagle spirit.
Oh,
To the left,
I could see that.
in the middle down there, is bear spirit. On the left side, in the very middle.
Yes.
Below that is buffalo spirit. And to the middle and right on the bottom is wolf spirit, but he's appearing there as a club.
On the bottom picture.
In the middle. In the middle of
In the
it.
middle picture of the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. In the middle on the right?
Yes.
Yes, on the bottom.
Okay.
I could see that.
All right. Now, those clouds then morphed, and look at the bottom image.
Mm-hmm.
The eagle spirit changed to elephant spirit. Bear spirit changed to hippo spirit. Buffalo spirit changed to camel spirit. And wolf spirit morphed a little bit and an ear formed. And if you see on the very bottom right, there is like a sailboat. So the spirits that are evil will be taken by boat to the lake of fire when they pop their heads up. They will just,
So for people who don't understand
yes.
what you're referring to, could you explain to them how this? See, like I saw the wolf.
Yeah.
As soon as and when you mentioned wolf, I saw it immediately there. But I'm used to looking at images, especially
Right.
the clouds. I love.
And you're a shaman.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I'm Native American. And yes, so I understand it. But explain it to the audience, because
Okay.
people who aren't able to see or feel that way, how they can open that up and they could see what you're talking about and what I can also see with you.
Oh, as far as taking the pictures? Or as far as understanding what
Understanding how it
Okay.
works, the signs that you get and how they should look for these signs.
I'm seeing?
It's a little hard to explain.
It
I
is
know,
hard to
but
explain.
I know, but
What
they're
I-
probably wondering how they could do it.
Yeah, but what I was being shown is at that time period, I was being shown, I was going through a healing, and I had a lot to heal. And God was pretty much telling me, daughter, you give it all to me and you focus on your healing. You take any need for any vengeance, you hand it all over to me, you lay it at my feet, and you concentrate on your healing. And that's exactly what I did. And he showed me how he was handling anything. He does it better than anybody ever could. So if I just allowed him to handle whatever he needed to get right, and I just do my thing.
There you go. Well,
So-
and yeah, you turn it over to the hands
Yes.
of God. This is true. You put it right in the hands of God, and
Right.
and even with there's 3 more.
Oh.
Okay, Brian, could we back up for a minute? Because I wanted to
Yeah.
talk to Valerie first about what we just saw up on the screen before. Because since you were given that's totem medicine you were being given.
Yeah, I guess so.
So when people, like, if a person is if you're looking up at the clouds, or you're looking in the water, and even in a puddle of water, or like what you were showing me before with your cup of coffee.
Yes.
We were, okay. So if you see something that appears to be an image and say, oh boy, you know what? That really looks like the shape of a turtle. Well, that means that turtle is giving you medicine. And if you don't understand what totem medicine is, you can always, just Google it and understand it. Because if you're seeing images, or if you start noticing that you keep seeing a picture, or when you're out walking, you see a turtle crossing the walk or something, or whatever kind of, or all of a sudden you start seeing these pictures of whales, or, you turn on a show on TV and they're showing whales, or whatever it is, okay? Whatever animal keeps coming to you, there's a reason for that.
Yes.
And the reason is that you need that particular healing energy from that animal, and or bird, or bug, or whatever, okay?
Yes.
So you were getting that healing. So in case people didn't understand about that,
Yeah.
so it isn't just the morphing that happens.
Right.
Wow, you got a tremendous amount of healing from that. And
Yeah.
that's why in your realm, that we couldn't do the show
Right.
that day,
Right.
because the studio had to close for a couple of days,
Right.
which is highly unusual.
But there are no coincidences. We already know that. And when we are present, we are centered and grounded, and we are present in the moment. That's when we receive that energy, that pull, that feeling that something may be trying to get my attention. Or when you do see that turtle, is like, wait a second, why do I keep seeing that?
Yes.
Then it really sinks in that you're getting the communication from the universe.
Absolutely. And the thing is, like, and especially guys, if you start noticing butterflies, oh boy, you better realize your whole life is going to be transformed into a beautiful way. But I just had to mention that, because lots of times people, they don't understand, and they always say, oh, well, that's from the other side. And it can be that it could be a loved one that has passed, or, you know what I mean? And this is true, or like a blue jay, or a cardinal, or whatever. This is very true. However, a lot of the time, it's that you need a particular kind of healing. So it's simple. You Google it, totem medicine, bluebird, boop, and you'll get all the information that you need to pay attention to. But, you were talking before, you were showing me, if you don't mind me talking about this, unless you and Brian have a certain order that you were going to go through.
No, go ahead.
Okay. You showed me that picture of your cup of coffee and what you were explaining. I think that's so interesting. The audience would
Yes.
really love that.
Brian, what do we have? Do we have the cup of coffee, or do we have the little angel? Oh, let's see if he has it. But what I was talking about was cymatics. And in your energy, even in your general area, I would, like in my house, I poured a cup of coffee and there were bubbles, and I put it on the table next to my glass that had like a honeycomb type of design on it. And I looked at the bubbles had burst, and they were in the design of the honeycomb that was on the glass that it was next to. And
Yeah.
that's very strange. And I looked down in my coffee, it was half gone, and there was the shape of a cross. There was a cross on my table. So all the energy that I'm embodying, it is expressing. So when you realize that that actually happens, notice it in your own environment. Notice it in your coffee.
And I got to tell you, the way the cross keeps coming up for you, because some of the pictures that you gave to Brian to show, I mean, it's amazing that the way the cross shows up in places that you would never dream.
Yes.
The thing is, though, that we keep talking about the Holy Spirit here, and this is important because I am a holy fire Karuna Reiki master teacher. Holy fire, which Valerie is a holy fire Reiki master teacher also now. And what holy fire is the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
It's the Holy Spirit of God.
Yes.
So, and what keeps showing up for you in all these unusual places, all these crosses, I mean, even in your coffee and on your kitchen table, I mean, it just comes up all the time. And so, yeah, and you're doing God's work, Val.
I'm
You're doing God's
embodying
work.
the Spirit.
Yes.
So
Amen.
it's showing.
Oh, look.
Oh, yes. Okay. Now, I was discussing this with you earlier, and this is a picture of, I used to live in Florida. This is the Indian River. It's facing south, and it was early in the morning. That's a sunrise, and I was having a conversation with Jesus, and I was asking him how we were going to experience the ascension. What is it going to feel like for us? And he told me that it was going to come in waves. It was going to feel like waves of energy. And it is feeling like waves of energy. That's
really
how
what it
it's
is.
coming in.
Yeah.
And so I understood what he was telling me, and he said, take a few pictures. So I got my camera and I took 3 pictures, and I say he signed 2 of them. One has a dove with its wings up, and this one here has a cross in the water on the bottom left, just above the A in astrology.
Oh, yeah, see it there? You had a
Yes.
close-up of that too, right?
Yes. And
Yeah.
oh,
No, but there it is, right there.
yes, and
I
there
see
was
it.
nothing literally in the water,
Yeah.
but that showed up. And
But there was nothing in the water.
There was nothing
That's
in the
what we were
water.
talking about before
Yes.
the show.
he signed it.
Didn't you give Brian a close-up of
I
that?
don't think I gave him a
Oh,
close-up
no.
of that.
Okay.
But there are some other a collage of the different Jesus.
That's a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
And plus, isn't that the one that whether you turn it, is that the one that you turn upside down?
No,
And it looks,
no.
oh, you got another
but that
one.
is the
These,
that is the view.
unbelievable.
That is the view.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Where in Florida is that?
That was Cocoa. Cocoa. It's
Beach.
on the East Coast on the Intracoastal Indian River. And a beautiful, beautiful area.
What else does Brian have?
Brian, do you have the one with? Oh, there we go. All right, this.
Oh, look at the sky. I love. Oh.
Now the top left, the orange. That was one of the very first pictures I took that had the image, shape of Jesus, shape of a cross, and it kind of rose on the sunrise, and that was 2019, and that was a Venus-Jupiter conjunction. And that rose on the sun, very small, but I could tell it was him. Then I move out of Florida. I go back for a visit, and the top right picture is that I was hoping that he was going to be there waiting for me. So I took my camera and I went back to the river because he was ever present when I was looking at the river. And there's like a circle. I don't know if you can see, it kind of looks like he jumped into the etheric waters and the ripple went out, and that was another image of him. But I could tell because there's like a fish. There's like an image of a fish right up there by him. In the middle on the left, that was from defeating the demon at Scotland Run, where the demon was pulling on me. And I was really I was struggling and fighting this demon. There's all kinds of nightmares and everything. I could feel the pull. And I said, Jesus, you got to help me.
You were having nightmares?
I was having nightmares. I told you there was spell work being sent to me. And you told me cover up my mirror. And I did. And it worked. But that image was from where Jesus actually cut the strings.
Yeah, you went through a lot, Val.
Yes.
But you're all good now.
So we defeated him. And then next, there was one, Brian, if you could put that up again. There was, the demon tried to come back again. At my apartment. I could feel it. I'm like, Jesus already defeated him. What's going on? I went outside, and he's there, but he's less threatening. And that middle right, I said, Jesus, where are you? And I look up, and there he is, that cross, and he's like kind of standing there.
Yeah.
So he showed up, and he's like, no, demon, He brought receipts. He brought the cross with him. He said, no, you can't have her. And the bottom one, that was from April 8th, 2024, the eclipse, the total solar eclipse. Oh, yeah. And I had gotten signs on the sun over 10 days before, and I knew he was coming. I was ready for him when he showed up. I posted about it on Facebook. I said, he's coming. And I was ready with my video camera, and I shot the eclipse at 60 frames per second, and I pulled out images of Jesus arriving. Also, two solar goddesses, Sekhmet and Amaterasu, a Japanese deity, solar goddesses. So he doesn't come alone.
He comes with his armies.
Yes. I do have pictures of when he arrives. There's angels with him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And you know who's leading, right? Of the angels.
It's gotta be Michael.
Archangel
Be Michael.
Uriel right behind him, and then we have Gabriel, and then we have Raphael. That's the succession that they come in, and then all the other legions of angels, which, see the background that we have tonight for the show, especially with what's been going on in the world, Valerie, that, I really feel that the angels are on high, sending all this brilliant, loving, peaceful light to light up the earth and to show us that if, I had a whole conversation with a friend of mine on the way over here. It's a bit of a ride for us here, right? More than an hour, each one of us. And I had a whole conversation about how if you focus on the positive, I know everybody says that, think positive and everything, but it's kind of hard for people to do right now in the way that the world is. But if you focus on that positive, you really can create it, especially with a joint effort of the masses, of sending all that positive energy. Kind of like what we were talking about the cup of coffee that you had seen, which was a reflection of you, right? Jesus was showing himself to you.
Yeah.
Now, for people who probably think that we're a little crazy what we're talking about here, who have never heard of anything like this, open your hearts and your minds and you will see the signs all the time. And realize, look for these signs, look for these positive signs instead of watching the news and thinking about bad things and everything. Focus on what's really good in your life, the birds singing, the flowers blooming,
Yes.
your loved ones, being grateful, all these wonderful things. And what will happen is, and I'm sure, Valerie, that you focus on that in your life quite a bit, and this is all part of what you brought up before, the ascension, because we can rise above all this negative energy and thought here. We can rise above it. Many times when things get harder in our lives or in the world on a collective, it's because what we're doing is we are actually like what you were saying before, how the evil will show up, right?
Yes.
And it's combated by Jesus and all his forces, the Holy Spirit of God. And nothing can really, really penetrate that. So as long as you stay in faith, and as long as you focus on truly what's good and what's love, this is how we all ascend. And when we talk about ascension, we're not talking about that you actually physically see, somebody going up into heaven. We're talking about collectively, as a whole, that positive energy that we're bringing to humanity.
Rising in frequency.
Yes, rising in frequency. Exactly.
It takes work. It takes healing. It takes... When you cannot get yourself out of a negative place, you have to figure out why.
And do something about it.
That's
you can't
the
just
challenge.
sit and...
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it was really, that's why God was telling me, you have to heal yourself. Put down any need for justice or any need for vengeance, anything. Let me handle that. And you focus on being present, being healing, being positive, but not spiritual bypassing, not, pretending to be love and light, but actually getting in there and doing the work, but not staying down. When you're done, put it down and get outside, get in nature and rise in frequency. Remake that connection, because that's where you get that feeling.
Nature, for sure.
Gets inside of you, and then you hold that light, and then all your manifestations that come out of you are coming from a better, cleaner energy, and your life improves.
Absolutely. Try it. You'll see it really works. No, really, it really does. But it is so hard for people right now. It really, really is.
Turn that TV off.
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
And because everything is
Not
going
this
to
show.
be...
Leave this show on.
I'm going to tell you something. Wait 1 second, Brian. As you know, I'm a professional astrologer, been an astrologer my whole life. I'm telling you, all this is going to pass. I really needed to say that. And especially you're going to see, even the latter part of this month, things will calm down quite a bit. And I thank God for that. But what I'm saying is, the weather's going to be getting warmer. Go to the water.
Yes.
Go to the water. Whether it be that you go to the river, whether you go to the bay, the ocean. The ocean, I feel, is the best, actually. And I guess I'm a bit prejudiced because I live at the Jersey Shore. But when you go to the water, or even go to a lake or whatever, a creek, you connect with that. Because what Valerie was explaining before about what our energy is made of, we are mostly water. That is why when you have a problem and you go to the water and you can release it to the water, you're sending it back, it's purifying it, and sending it up into the ethers. This is really important. Everybody needs to have ways, like what Valerie was just talking about, and what I'm talking about here. You know, you'll always hear people say meditation, or, you know, some yoga, or Tai Chi, or whatever floats your boat, or if you have a boat, go and float out on your boat, you know, leave all your problems at the shore. But focus on that. Try to focus. And it's hard for people, especially with the economy right now and everything,
Yes.
Val, you know. Believe me, I know. I was at the gas station tonight, but this is going to pass.
Right.
It's going to pass. It's not going to stay this way.
People are way too up in their minds when they have to be down into their bodies, when they have to reconnect the mind with the body, because we get up into our heads and then we're all over scattered and we're not centered and we miss so much and we're worried and making ourselves sick. Don't do that. Turn it off, go to nature, and look for the angels, because they're going to be waiting for you. If you expect to see them, you will see them.
Look at all the light that angel behind us is sending to the earth. Look at all that beautiful light and energy. Do things that are going to make you smile. Anything that is creative is extremely important,
And
because
healing.
it turns a page in your brain. It
Yes.
changes your brain chemistry. So whatever is creative for you, and that could be anything. It doesn't mean that you have to paint a picture. Valerie is a photographer that is absolutely, she's a professional photographer, okay? And so this is her craft. But whether it's cooking a really nice meal for your family, that's creative.
Yes.
Anything that is creative, do it. It's going to help you out a lot as we go through this period of time, which is not going to last. It's not going to last, so not to worry.
Right, it's waves. It's waves of
Waves.
energy.
See?
Just learn how to surf.
That's right.
So you're going to the
Yeah.
beach anyway, just learn how to surf.
Right. You're cute, Val. Okay, so what else are you going to show us? Brian has other pictures there.
Let's see what he's got.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that one's kind of hard to see. It's actually, well, hey, Brian, can we skip that one?
Skip that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I love this.
All right.
Here we go.
Archangel Uriel in the top left. Those bright red wings.
Beautiful.
Okay, there's an angel. I would imagine that's Michael on the top right in that sunrise.
Is that how you felt
That's how I felt.
then?
Okay, and I think that might be Archangel Michael acting as Batman.
Acting as Batman. Aw, hey, look, you know.
When I said that was Batman and you said that's an angel, I went back and I looked at the picture I shot previous to that. It looks just like an angel. But when I saw that angel and took the picture, I said, wow, that looks like Batman. And Batman morphed. It turned into more like that, you see, because my energy was feeling that. And that was the weekend that Batman Dark Knight Rises opened at the box office.
Oh,
So
get
I
out of
was
here. Did you know
feeling
it?
Yes.
Did you already know?
I was excited for it.
Oh, my
And I'm-
goodness.
So I'm just out there
Oh.
taking pictures, and there's an angel. I said, wow, that
Aw.
looks like Batman, and there's Batman.
Well, Batman is the protector, so is Michael.
Ah, there you go.
There you go,
Yes.
baby. Okay.
And then on the bottom right, there's a couple of angel images. But that was from the picture I had Brian skip, but that was a slice of my childhood where I was riding my horse and I could have got sprayed by a skunk, but the angel saved me. And if I didn't, I would have fallen off the horse. But the angels were there for me.
And it presented. And
Yes.
okay. Brian, can we come back?
Can you go to something?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I truly believe that everything is a hologram. So when you talk about us, the reflection of our energy, which is absolutely so, that's really what I truly believe. It's a hologram.
Mm.
Because whatever we think, whatever we are feeling, what we believe to be so is what is.
Yeah.
And that's why what we were talking about before, you know, we're not talking lightly about that, that if you're having negative thoughts, negative feelings, you need to do something to change it.
Right.
You know, you really, really do, because whatever you're thinking, you're creating.
Yes.
So create good. There, that's all I had to say about that. All right, what else do we have, Brian? What do we have? Ooh.
Okay. That was at my favorite park, Scotland Run. And it's just on the bottom, the image of an angel. Or you said you felt dragon, but I felt something.
Sorry, I saw the dragon,
That's-
but I gotta tell you, something. I've been dealing with a lot with the phoenix lately. Okay, and so to me, I don't know. Could have been the phoenix or the I don't know. To me, but you feel that's the top one. I feel that's an angel.
Yeah, it was.
It is, right?
It felt like it.
I mean, it looks like it to me.
Yeah.
I see it. I feel it. You're right. See how Valerie keeps saying feel? What you feel. Look, go out tomorrow. Look up at the clouds.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Look at what forms in the water. Stand by the water. See what, because these are all the messages from the universe for you.
Whatever draws your attention.
Yeah.
The clouds in your coffee.
Clouds in my coffee. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you have, Brian?
Oh, I have a
Wow.
prediction.
Whoa, baby. Go ahead.
Okay, because I received the information about the April 8th eclipse, so I figured, well, you know, I'm getting information. I'm going to make my prediction here. The top picture is a drawing that I had done. It just came out of me. And you know, you talk about the intuitive drawing.
Yes.
That came out of me, and I didn't know what it was, why it was. I wrote something about cannabinoids underneath that. Then it was calling to me. I drew the image again, but it was too thin. I added some color. And then I go online and I see that bottom.
Yes.
That's the International Space Station.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was in the same colors. I'm like, uh-oh, what are you telling me? And then I see that there is a comet,
Yes.
I think it's Pan-STARRS, and on April 20th, there is going to be an alignment with the planets. And I need you to look at this a little bit more closely. On 420,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but did you notice when I was doing the monologue about this month's astrological, I mentioned April 20th like at least three times.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right, so I feel like that dwelling place above the earth is going to come down, and I kind of feel like I've heard other readers talking about something coming.
The latter part of April, especially. And that's why we need to get into Taurus. The sun needs to move into Taurus. And it does April 20th. But then we're also dealing with some aspects of Mercury and Mars. So, and, you know, I got to tell you, Valerie, I mean, already they're talking about, you know, the whole ET thing.
Yes.
I mean, because come on. You know, anyway.
I have those pictures too.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And it's true. And if people don't believe it or they do believe it, it's your own free will, what you think or what you believe or to be. But it's absolutely so. And this is something that I have dealt with for a very, very long time, many years. I mean, we're going back, let's see, since I was 14. And I was with a friend of mine, and there was an appearance in the sky. And it's funny that you have that green, because there was nothing but a big green light. It was huge. And we actually knew somebody that was driving by, my friend Barbara and I. Barbara is a missing person. And we stopped him, the guy we knew, right? And we said, look up there. He got out of his car, he looked, he turned pale, he jumped in his car and he drove away. You know, I mean, this is, and there's so many people, but as a clinical hypnotherapist, I mean, I have psychiatrists, therapists sending me their patients for different things, but I have hypnotized. I had this one psychiatrist was sending me people to hypnotize because they had been they had ET encounters, okay, and had blockages of memory. So I mean, I know what comes out under hypnosis. So I'm just telling you, I really believe it's true, and I have a feeling that we're going to find out more and more. So it's funny that, Brian, can you put that picture back up again that Valerie drew? Yeah. See that green?
Yes.
See that?
And it just...
Okay, Brian. It's going fast, isn't it? We
Yes,
only have
it
10
is.
minutes left.
It is.
Come on. Thanks, Brian.
I'll have to bring the video of the UFO that I have.
Oh, I wish you would.
Yeah, the little orb.
Wish you would.
Yes.
Wish you would. But the green, you're blowing my mind with that. I'm telling you, I was 14 years old.
It grabbed my
And my
attention.
friend Barbara, she was 15 at the time, and she's been a missing person now for, oh my goodness, we're going back more than 30 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep. Anyway, that's cool, Val. What else did you have to say about that?
Oh, the possibility that it may come down in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yes.
Now that's interesting. Go ahead.
Because there is a very tall building that was bought or rented by someone who stands to make a lot of money if it hits that. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, that's all you're going to say about
Yeah.
that on film.
If it
I
takes
get
place, then
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, is there any other pictures you want to show us? Because then I want to talk to you about something else.
Brian, was there anything else? No, that was it.
Thanks, Brian. Great. You know, I love the way you ended your display of your photographs and everything with that art. That was pretty cool. So, you know, Valerie, we're talking about heavenly signs, right? The signs from the heavens. So you're showing us what you see in the clouds, in water, et cetera, et cetera,
And
et
all
cetera.
kinds of signs, yes.
But, I mean, I talk about this a lot, and I talk about this a lot with Tommy when we do the show, when we do the podcast. But the angels are always sending us signs, right?
Yes, they
You
are.
know, whether it's numbers or the birth date of a
And
loved one
thank
that has
you.
passed that's on a license plate, or feathers, or, yes, what were you saying?
I was going to say thank you for opening the angels up to me, because once I connected with you and you showed me about the angels, then it just opened. And then as soon as I held the energy, it's like they could introduce themselves because I was ready for them.
Yeah, well, you know, anybody could just say,
Yes.
angels, I need you now. But see what Valerie just said? She opened up her heart.
Yes.
You opened up your heart, you opened up your mind, and to receive. There's nothing to be afraid of. Absolutely nothing to be afraid of. The angels want to help you. They're waiting in the wings to help you, and you're going to be surprised. You know, they come sometimes, like you could be driving in your car. Has this ever happened to you? That you're driving in your car and all of a sudden you smell flowers, and there are no flowers. You don't have a deodorizer in your car, but you smell flowers. Now, many times that's the angels.
That happened on the way.
Yeah,
to
really?
the studio.
Well, yeah, you're
Why
coming
was-
to talk about angels. Look where you're coming, astrology, angels, and
I was
more.
on the New Jersey Turnpike. Where were there going to be flowers? But all of a sudden, it smelled like flowers.
Did it really?
Yes.
See? Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you for saying that.
yeah. It was interesting. I don't want to ruin it, but Tommy's going to be, you're coming on Spiritual Journey TV
Yes.
next week to the panel. And so I don't want to really go into that yet, but we're going to be talking about something like that too on the show. But Tommy and I were just talking about that the other night because of experiences that we've had with that. But look, and the other thing is prayer. I just want to talk about prayer. You don't have to know specific prayers. All you have to do is just talk to God, right?
From the heart.
That's it.
That's it.
It's as simple as that. Or you can ask the angels and just talk to you just have a regular conversation. I mean, I talk to God all the time, and I just have a regular conversation, and the saints and the angels, you know. Now, of course, certain saints and certain angels do certain things because God assigns them certain jobs. This is true. And they're very powerful at those jobs, such as St. Anthony. Anytime I lose something, he's never let me down. Every single time I find it, like, you know. So.
I do ask when I lose something. I always ask.
Do you? I got to tell you, I'm just going to share this. I had a woman on the phone the other day. It was, well, about a week ago, and she was calling up to make an appointment to come and see me. And I gave her a date when she could come. She said, I'm going to write it down on this piece of paper, but I can't find my calendar. And it's been driving me crazy because I have all kinds of doctor's appointments set up and and all this. I said, did you try asking St. Anthony? And she said, what? She's not Catholic, you know. She said, my sister-in-law told me about St. Anthony. I said, I'm telling you, it works. Just long story short, when she came for the appointment, she said, you know, you were right. St. Anthony, it worked. That was the first time she had ever gone in prayer. See what I mean? So
Yes.
Don't be so skeptical about that.
Right. You ask the universe, you ask the question, you'll get the answer. If you're listening, you'll receive it.
Or if you're looking,
Yes.
such as how it appears
Yes.
in the heavens for you, right? Beautifully, beautifully. But I really love, if you could just reiterate, we only have a few seconds left, but if you could reiterate about what you were saying about the energy being the reflection. I really like that, so that people could look that up.
Oh, the like the cymatics.
Yes.
Oh, the yes. I was very happy to learn that they were teaching this in school. I had my pictures printed at the Walmart Photo Center, and I was showing the young man. He said, yeah, I learned this in school. Cymatics, Dr. Masaru Emoto. He took samples of water and spoke words over the water, and then froze the water, and the ice crystals formed. And the ice crystals that were beautiful had the beautiful words spoken over them, and the really ugly, messy stuff that had the bad words spoken. So the water reacted, and he proved that in his science and published it. So it's normal. It's out there, but people don't really know about it. So I was real happy to see that they're teaching this in school.
Me too.
Our energy affects our environment. And when our energy is cleaner because you're doing your healing work and you're meditating or praying, you're connecting with the universe, you're connecting with nature, your manifestations, your energy gets better, you feel better, your health gets better, and everything else looks and feels better.
And the way that you behave and the energy you send out to people surrounding you, they're going to feel better,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
There
Right.
it is. So if
Right.
we all do that, imagine if we all did that.
Yes, you naturally magnetically draw experiences to yourself. So if you're drawing positive experiences because, that's what you
Law of
need.
attraction. It's the law of attraction.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. But anyway, is there any last thing you would like to add, Val, before we only have 1 minute left, Brian? It says.
Well, I'd like to say that I think we're doing very well raising the frequency of the planet.
We
because
sure are.
with your show and all the work that you do, you and Tommy and all the different shows you do, you're bringing the light to people so that they can understand how to have the light in their own lives.
That's why we do this work.
Exactly. right.
Anyway, I just wanted to thank you all for watching the show. And at the end of the show, Valerie and I, we are both Holy Fire Reiki Masters, and we're going to be sending you some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blessings of love and peace and healing, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And thank you so much for watching. And we'll be having a really nice show also next month, so make sure you tune in. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Valerie, for coming.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having me, Mary.
Many blessings.